Hello, Twin Flame Collective. This is a reading for those of you who felt compelled to click on this video for December 2023 and into the near future. I channeled quite a lot from Archangel Metatron, and I'm very connected to Metatron, but I felt the presence of the archangels. Now, probably it's because we are so connected to the divine through this connection. We are being guided in different ways. We are being guided by following, synchronicities and paying attention to things and keeping our vibration in the energy of love and compassion. So I just kind of feel like a chorus of angels right now. I mean, I've got super chill bumps. Yeah. So let me just get into it. The first thing I have to say is that I was corrected. I titled these Divine Counterparts in Separation, and I was told no. Unilaterally, people on the twin soul, twin flame journey identify as being a twin. So they corrected me, and so hence the title. And I respect that. I totally respect that. I heard the energies amongst the collective are intense at this time. We are asked to reflect upon and embrace what this journey is all about. And I heard very loud and very boldly, evolution. I then heard, this is a reminder that this relationship has played out the way it has in exactly the way it was intended. There are no wrong decisions, only divine detours. Now you can read into that. If you have felt you've experienced a lot of difficulty, a lot of upheaval, or it's been just one blessing after another, whatever that is. I'm not labeling it, and they didn't tell me any more than that. Just go with it is basically what I get from that. Then I heard the intensity of what you are feeling and experiencing is a result of a shift in the collective energy that is quite heightened at this time. Whatever the near future brings, twins, remember your divine purpose. Remember your light. I then saw a vision of 2 wedding rings. That symbolizes union, perhaps. It symbolizes wedding rings, perhaps. I mean, I don't want to read into it, but that's what I saw. So, twins, let's do this. I just saw 222. I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of number synchronicities. Just take a deep breath. I'm hearing that there's a lot of nervous energy amongst the collective for whatever reason. And, I don't know if I'm picking up, on just a small percentage, if this is, a specific reading for a specific group who are maybe making some bold moves. I'm hearing a yes on that. So, again, this can play out over time, but just, take a deep breath, ask the divine to be with you, to help you recognize signs within the reading that are important for you at this time. What is it that you need to get from this, to make it clear for you? So just be super open to receive whatever comes through, okay? Okay, let's see what we have for you, twins. There is a gap in time, space, or other perception during which things are working beneath the surface. Let it be. Many of you might be sitting in the void. You might be feeling as though you're kind of out on an island in this connection. I always say, embrace the void. There is some magic that happens in the stillness and in the silence. Just embrace it. Okay, let's shuffle this a bit more and see what needs to come through for you, twins. Remember, the energies that come through, yes, are so closely linked to your twin that I could flip-flop at times, and it can be vice versa. So please just put yourself where you need to in this reading, and let's see what comes through. Yeah, yep. This is what I was told. The intensity of what you're feeling and experiencing is a result of a shift in the collective energy that is quite heightened at this time. You are intuitively sensing something is shifting beneath the surface. You're right. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the Twin Flame Collective, please? Okay, 3. I heard 3. Either 3 more cards or I have to do this 3 more times. Okay, number 2. And number 3. Wow. I'm not surprised that there's so much energy flying out. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Dark Night of the Soul. This is a powerful and uncomfortable evaluation of your life, your purpose, your relationships, and begins the unveiling of the new you. For some reason, and I've read this card for the last, 3.5, 4 years, many times, for some reason, it's feeling a little more amplified. Purge and cleanse, deepening relationship to self, new outlook, presence. Whew, okay. Let's see what we have here. I'll take what's face up first. Major life changes ahead. Change is constant and an opportunity for expansion. Regardless of its shape, consider change a gift for your soul's evolution. Yeah, I heard that term, channeling. You have the ability to convey messages from Spirit. This is achieved with a quiet mind, removing expectations, and an openness to receive. I'm getting that Spirit is really trying to tap in, to connect, to guide you, and this is, whoever you consider your spirit guides, ascended masters, higher angels, archangels, your guardians, your ancestors. Really listen in, and I feel, if we don't see meditation, I will be surprised, but that usually goes hand in hand with make sure you are taking time to just connect with Spirit, however you do that. If you don't meditate, it's always recommended, but if you don't, just quiet time, be in nature, hopefully it's warm enough where you are to enjoy that, but just, tap in. Okay, so here we go. The energies amongst the collective are intense at this time, and there it is. A circumstance has come to the surface and must be addressed. Someone or something is on your path to redirect you. However challenging, this is necessary to refocus your energies. For some of you, I feel like this is the major change that's happening for your counterpart. I'm not going to assume who you are. It's probably a collection of divine, feminine and masculine energies watching this. We all have both. I don't know, I've heard so many things, and I really try to just, I try to just keep it kind of neutral. So I'm not going to assume anything. And you can place yourself where you need to. But there is change that's happening in someone's life, and I'm hearing it's quite significant. And, we can fight it or we can roll with it. Anything that, is catalytic in nature, if I can use that word, is meant to propel us in a new direction, is meant to allow the old to crumble. I'm kind of seeing tower moments in my mind, and that's uncomfortable. Those kinds of things are never easy to face. It is part of our healing. Healing the soul's DNA, pain which has embedded itself into the soul's DNA, doesn't have to define our future. By facing our deepest hurts, we heal. There is no connection like the twin flame connection to shine a light on the shadows. And, you know, the familial wounding, the childhood wounding, all of the patterns and behaviors that, you know, begin to stare us in the face are the very things that we mirror back to one another. And there's no label with this. It's not bad. Again, the divine said, there are no wrong decisions, only divine detours. Yep. Divine plan at work. I'm just going to start stacking them because there's so many and I don't want to run out of room. If something isn't unfolding according to your expectations, like you're in the void, understand the divine may be orchestrating a plan that will have a more meaningful, long-term result. So hang in there. Practice positivity. Be mindful of the tendency toward negative self-talk and other limiting behaviors that can keep you stagnant and energetically depleted. There's a heaviness, a heavy energy that I'm picking up with this, and part of it is I'm hearing frustration. The other part of this is, an undetermined result. And the hardest thing is to let go of expectations that our human mind and our ego impose on what's going on. What I'm seeing here is that that's the uncomfortable stuff that is reflecting back to us. We may have some work to do. There's some things we need to pay attention to. Healer. For a group of you, this is a healing connection. Your role in this connection is to help heal your twin, to help bring them, love that maybe they haven't experienced. You're gifted with the ability to heal through words, thoughts, touch, and actions. You may also explore healing work. For some of you, I'm hearing this could even be a mission that you have with your twin to bring healing to others. Spend time in nature. Retreat from your busy life and connect with wildlife and Mother Earth in its raw and beautiful form. Back to the meditation energy, I feel like Spirit is saying that when we can disconnect from the very plugged in life that we all live, we can expedite our healing. We can open ourselves up to hearing Spirit. It will calm and relax you. It will reset you. Yeah, I'm seeing someone hit a reset button. What you are seeing is an important message for you from the divine. This could be prophetic in nature or serve as powerful symbolism. This could be in nature. In meditation, you may see visions. I know I do. Wow. And they may be intense. Don't dismiss what you're seeing. Synchronicities, song lyrics. Yeah, all of that. There's a message in it for you. So, okay, everyone. So this needed to be sort of the foundation on which we will build our reading. You can screenshot this, but I'm going to clean it up. Okay. Let's take a look at what are we being shown at this time. Okay. They're pointing me directly to the healing deck. What healing has taken place for the Twin Flame Collective Spirit? Again, remember that, this is something reflected back to you that you're healing. This could be something that has been happening in the void in your connection. Okay, so let's take a look at what Spirit wants to enlighten us about. What healing, has taken place for the Twin Flame Collective Spirit. Both? Okay. Anything else? Wow, there's a lot. Okay. Guilt and shame. Forgiving myself for what I wish I hadn't done, living in the shadows. The affirmation for this, I am human. I accept responsibility for what has happened in my life. Any wrongdoing has been acknowledged and forgiven by the Creator, who loves me and accepts me for all my scars. Wow, guys. Amen to that, right? Okay, wow, there's a lot. A couple of them came out in twos. I'm just taking them. Take what resonates. Again, this can be vice versa energy. I won't read them all. I'm going to lay them out and you can screenshot and look at this. We have overgiving. My personal worth is not measured by what I do or give to others. This is lack consciousness, poverty consciousness, poor family life, disempowerment, or missed opportunities. Self-worth, embracing the uniqueness I bring to all situations. Resistance, the need to allow. Wow. This particular one, I feel like it might have made some hairs bristle up on the back of some necks. You know, that there is a powerful transition and transformation that happens when we just let the divine take over. Let things happen as they will instead of trying to, you know, as they say, force the river. PTSD. Inner strength is powerful. Now, whatever your particular situation, whatever traumas you have experienced, both in this connection and as a result of, you know, just wounding in life, familial wounding, etc., I feel like it's all bubbling to the surface. But this shows you how broad your shoulders really are. Inner strength is powerful. And this is about transcending those difficult things we've experienced that we've reflected back to one another. Passive aggression, that's an interesting one. Absolving responsibility and lack of reciprocal engagement. There's reasons that people take on this kind of energy, and I feel like it's a coping mechanism. It's an inability to deal, which is, you know, of course, a result of dealing with these things. Now, I always say, and I say this in my workshop, that few of these exist singularly. They're usually a result of something. Emotionally unavailable, abandonment, lies, false reality, accountability, abuse, approval seeking, denial, addictions, compulsions, victimization. There's a lot going on. And I'm not going to read the details of these, but these are big. And what stands out to me the most is the top three. And I'll say it is about the law of reciprocity. Our worth should not be based on what we do for others, how we overextend ourselves. Our worth should be based on what is in our heart and what we are willing to do to better ourselves. And if that trickles into our relationships, that's great. It feels to me like what's showing up here is a recognition that we owe it to ourselves to have higher expectations in our relationships. I mean, across the board, right? The twins are merely reflecting this back to one another. They might have experienced some of these, difficult energies with each other, but, I'm hearing this stuff is deep-seated stuff. So all of that is healing. We're bringing the scales back into balance. And when we deepen our relationship to spirit, and when we trust that the universe has our back, that the divine wants nothing but the best for us, then we heal this idea that we can't have something or it's not available to us. It's a shift in mindset, and a really healthy one. Okay, go ahead and screenshot if you want to. I'm going to pick them up. All right, let's take a look at what is the energy in the connection between the twins, Spirit. Dragon's horde protecting the future. I read these cards intuitively. If you've tuned in before, you know that. When I get a meaning, I get a meaning. If something profound in the book stuck out, it comes through. But I am going to do my best to bring through what the divine wants you to hear. So what is the collective energy between the twins at this time, Spirit? Collective energy. Twin flame, collective energy. Thank you. A tidy house, clarity and organization. I am getting, there are some changes to homes. I'm just going to leave it there. There's some changes at home for some. All right, we have empty well, time to replenish. Caterpillar, opportunity, which came out, I'll nest these because they came out together. We have covenant, sacred contract. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, wow. Eye of the needle, intentionality. Heart, home, compassion. Magician's sword, confidence in your magic. Okay. There's a recognition that what has led up to this point in time has essentially lacked something really critical. It's like a puzzle piece from the entire puzzle that's missing. And I think that that one thing is what the collective has been honing in on. Now, whether that is a void you feel within your relationship with your twin, or it is something that you feel is lacking in your life, I feel like, you know, I'm almost seeing somebody put their head in you know, the opening of a well and going, hello, and they hear, hello, hello, hello. It's like, is there anybody in there? Is there someone who can, you know, help me talk this out? I need to understand why I'm feeling this. I need to understand why this void exists for me. I'm getting for some that the loneliness and emptiness in your life, or the life of your person, if they're not, you know, present on this video, or watching this, or even awakened, that this deep void, this deep chasm is something that has been slowly becoming deeper, wider, and more apparent. Hence the need to address it. With opportunity and sacred covenant, I feel like this is speaking to the twins embracing what the whole journey has been about. On a mundane level, this can be changes to home, to work, new opportunities for self-improvement, the agreement between the twins to work on something together. I mean, I did get a little hint of, you know, there could be a mission to perhaps fulfill something together, to do some healing work. So for some of you, that may apply. Okay, Spirit just reminded me of I guess a collective reading I did, and I forgot the title. I don't often hold on to that, guys. It's not for lack of memory. I have a actually quite keen memory, but I don't hold on to readings. They're kind of in and out. But I did one that is something about you have a mission. It could be a collective. It could be for one of the zodiacs. I don't know, and I'll just leave it there, but they brought that up. Okay, we have intentionality. To me, this is being laser focused on what you want and how to get it. This is also making sure that the intentions you have in the relationship are for the right reasons, for the benefit of, I don't want it to sound selfish when I say like you first, like a me first energy, but when we acknowledge that we must first love ourselves before we can extend ourselves to our twin, we develop a healthier foundation on which to build that connection or that relationship. Now, I still don't know, and you don't either, where this relationship reading is going, because it is a relationship. Now, does this mean that you're questioning? It could. I feel like the whole idea of the eye of a needle is that we intentionally focus exactly, what we want, what we're here for, what we're doing. And I know it. They're showing me all these sevens. There's 27, 37, 17. Might be significant for some of you, but I'm seeing the sevens. Remember the divine purpose for this connection. I think what this is saying to me intuitively, eye of the needle, is that we need to understand what it is we are willing to put into this, and that has to be equal parts. What are we reflecting back to our twin flame, and what is it we are doing to focus on self, to improve ourselves, to, I'm hearing evolve ourselves. I think that there has been a challenge with, I'm just going to say other people, families, heart, home, compassion, and that can run the gamut with this type of relationship. I see more often than not that the counterpart is involved in another connection, whether that's you or that's your person. There are often other people involved, and we have to respect those relationships. We have to understand that any lingering energy, any lingering pain, trauma, and hurt in those karmic situations are for a reason, and Spirit is underscoring again, there are no wrong decisions, only divine detours. And an evolved twin is going to have love and compassion for the people closest to them. This is not about discarding relationships. This is not about, betraying trust with ill intent, right? Again, this message feels fairly broad stroke, and it's kind of meant to be, because we're not just focused on the counterparts themselves. There's a lot of tentacles in other areas of life. Not only is it about work, but it's about, am I fulfilled? Do I have what it takes to create the life that I want? I feel like with this Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic, there's a lot of doubt. And I don't know where that fits within the context of what's going on with you. It'll vary greatly. But what I feel is that there's been, so many things that have felt like they've tripped up the connection, like they have, caused you to take, one step forward and two back in your life, in your relationships. There's been what we would consider as humans bad decisions, whatever that means. And there's a need to kind of pull ourselves out of that, place. Symbolically, an empty well is void of nourishment. There's no water, and we're all thirsty. And so this is a reminder that we are empowered to make our life what we want. We just have to set that intention. Okay? They asked me to repeat that. We have to set that intention. We are empowered to make choices in our life. There is nothing that is holding us back from what brings us joy. But we have to respect what is impacting others along the way. And we have to respect what our choices are doing to impact our twin. Okay. Let's take a look at the most significant 3D experiences that await this group. Again, this can be your energy. Wow, guys, this can be your twin. What is the most significant upcoming energy for this group, Spirit? Door to value. For some of you, this has to do with work. This is potentially opportunities that abound in your life. This could be recovering from financial stuff, especially if this has to do with, lack mentality. Okay, wow. Oh my gosh, guys. So we have anxiety, appreciation. I'm layering them because we have a lot. Hostilities, the honoring path, new supportive connections, true love. Okay. The first thing that has come to me is that there are relationships for those watching, or maybe your twin, that are going through a transition. There are arguments, fights, a difference of opinion. There's also, the unhooking of anything that has been a tether for the twins. And I think that has some, quite worried. It's the holidays too, and I know that during the holidays, especially family time, things get a little bit more complicated, right? Emotions run high, families get together, there's all kinds of, opportunities to confront things, and I feel like it's not always easy. I am picking up the energy of loved ones and family members through this. I also feel as though I'm connected with a group of twins who feel in some way that they feel a certain sense of appreciation for what you have shown them, for what they have learned about themselves. I'm also feeling like there is an energy of having made peace with the past. Someone or a group of you feeling as though, you know what, I need to do what's right for me. The honoring path, keep in mind, and this is another card, number 7, the honoring path is about doing what's right. At the end of the day, being able to hold your head high. So whether this is in this relationship or in the relationships that are somehow affecting this particular connection, this is about honesty, integrity, and doing the right thing. Whatever that means for you, whatever that means for your person. I don't doubt that there are some really incredibly deep emotions, probably in both directions. I've said before, and other readers say it too, this is the deepest, most unconditional and inexplicable love you'll ever feel. But, it is also a relationship that can reflect the deepest, darkest, most painful shadows. And the experiences with the twins over time can be really difficult. But ultimately what it does is it reflects back to us what we need to heal. And a very evolved, ascended, and healed twin is going to hold that space and hold that love, even if there's a moving on. So let's take a look at what this means for this group. I love that card. Gosh, I love that card. Visionary, architecting your future, sky's the limit, imagination and creativity. I mean, how beautiful. Whether this is, you know what, I'm almost kind of getting like a magician energy with this. Alchemy. Like, what do I want my future to look like? If there's a door opening for me, am I going to stay, stuck, stagnant, or in this kind of an energy, which, by the way, serves no one? Fear and anxiety are just, I don't know, it's like an excuse why not to do something. And I'm just sensing that this is what we so desperately, even if we're not talking about it, it's what we so desperately want to let go of. And the path to that is imagining what life could be, what your future could be. Now, this could be a turning point in your relationship. I don't want to paint that picture yet. We don't know. But, when we are architecting our future, we're growing, we're evolving, we're getting out of any stuck or hostile energy that keeps us wondering, why our life looks the way it looks. We have to take charge of it, right? We have predicament, needing a way through, resourcefulness, rethink your strategy. If you find you're at an impasse in any area of life, in this relationship, if there's an opportunity to talk things out or to work together towards some sort of goal or solution, it requires probably some deep communication. If there's a predicament with a relationship, a family that's outside of this connection, the solution is being maybe formulated. Safety and protection, U-turns, considering alternatives. So we have redirect. For some, there's a turning point that has happened in the recent past or will in the recent future that somehow opens your eyes to what maybe you hadn't considered before. I think there has been, somewhat of a fixation on something being a certain way, even union, the anticipation of coming together rather than the anticipation of healing. And the divine may indeed redirect this group of twins to, a new partner. If your person is in a relationship, they may be redirected to you. Anything else? What is this group being shown? We have lifetimes, correlation to the past, soul origin, past life, recollection. I feel that there is an awakening energy with this, that there's an identification that you in your person's life are an integral part of their growth and their change. They're beginning to see that. Maybe they have gone through some past life regression therapy and they're like, wow, I see this now. We have reimagining, believing in the impossible, manifesting. Didn't I say that earlier with one card, that there was a manifesting energy for me? Confidence in your magic, maybe that's what that was. And it feels to me like, where perhaps someone felt stuck, it's like, wait a minute, I can do this. Pivotal choices, life-changing decisions, taking the plunge, life won't be the same. Reprieve, adventure, haunted, inevitable change, impasse, lonely kingdom, longing, divine love. Wow. For some, there has been a focus on work, money, foundation, and less of a focus on love. Maybe love has been, elusive. Love has been disappointing. So it's easy just to throw yourself into, your work. At least you get paid for that, right? That was a joke. Okay, so let's take a peek at what this group can expect. What's on the twins' path? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. The start of a new job, a firm foundation, an offer of some sort, a gift from the divine. Let's see what Spirit has for you, twins. What's going to play out with the twins, please? Okay. It was sideways. I'm like, upright or reversed? Upright. I've been seeing that in all kinds of readings lately. The Knight of Swords. This could be swift change. Okay, got it. All right. We will clarify. The Ace of Cups. For some, new love. For some, the recognition that the divine is handing you an opportunity for something really fulfilling. Ooh, Seven of Swords beneath that. Okay, so let's see what came out. Oh, okay, we have Temperance, the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands. Well, I'm happy to see that. So we have, integrity and honors coming to you, to this connection. If you have been a pivotal or played a pivotal role for your person to go through some massive change, I think there's been some healing. I'm hearing modification, behavior modification. Interesting. I've gotten that before with Temperance. It could be that someone realized that they, needed to practice self-love, heal self. I think the assessment that I'm seeing with this Seven of Pentacles is bittersweet, because the reflection on what has been constructed within this connection so far I'm almost getting like well, it's not quite there. The Tower to me is potentially a realization, an epiphany. It could be abrupt change. It could be change in circumstances, change in relationships. This can be a realization that hits someone like a brick. This can be a reunion. I don't know yet. But, with this King of Cups energy, which I love, it feels to me like there is something soft, tender, and unspoken that is about to come to the surface. Now, for some of you, this is new love. For some of you, you haven't been in a relationship with your twin. You are that new love in their life. And that, I feel like for a small percentage where that's happening, it's that realization came on pretty quickly. And it might have precipitated some major change in their life that maybe they weren't expecting to have to make or deal with. Okay, Spirit just said inevitable change, like they knew it was coming. Maybe they delayed it. I just need to make sure. And Spirit's like, okay, so let's clarify. Temperance. Queen of Wands, Sun. Oh my goodness. I feel like there is a realization of some deep passion, happiness, an opportunity to move forward in a way that is super fulfilling. The Queen of Wands energy is, kind of a pistol, like a fearless. I think of Sagittarius when I think of the Queen of Wands most specifically, but it feels to me like someone who is ready to kind of, take charge of what is driving their passions. I have a spark that I can't ignore. Now that could be in this connection. It could be in another connection. We have the Ten of Wands. The Sun is about truths coming to light. If this is, I need to do what I need to do for me to fill my cup, to restore balance and to, kind of modify my life in some way, there is the recognition that maybe self-worth, self-love comes before anything else. Now, in this particular context, I see the Ten of Wands as effort. And it could be that, I just saw 4444. It could be that one of the twins in your connection, in your particular situation, has done a lot of work on self. I'm getting like a rebirth energy with this Queen of Wands Sun. What is this Ten of Wands? I'm getting like effort. What is that? Ten of Wands. Justice. Whoops. Yep, exactly. Temperance. So this is balancing the karmic scales. And in order to give to this relationship, you have to give to yourself. See, in this true love card, this woman's reflection is looking back at her. So this could be about self-love and self-care. Finding and striking that balance in your life. What is the Seven of Pentacles? Seven of Swords, and it can't make up its mind. The Lovers. There can be a recognition that, with the Lovers being a choice, if you're on the outskirts of someone else's connection, which, is quite common in these relationships, there's a need to be very careful about how that whole circumstance is traversed. Someone might be kind of sidestepping an issue, sidestepping a relationship, stepping out on a relationship, evaluating the choice in your connection versus something that's maybe long established. Maybe therein lies the Tower moment. Why the Tower? The Hermit in reverse. Well, the Hermit is about wisdom, self-reflection, time alone, understanding. And that wisdom comes through difficulty, usually. If someone has felt in the void, alone, I feel like this upheaval is perhaps to shake somebody loose from that. Tower, Hermit, reverse, please. The Ten of Cups. Okay, and I'm feeling this one, the Page of Wands. Now, this could have something to do with a family situation. Someone being at a crossroads, looking to the future. If you watch my channel, you know that I consider the Page of Wands someone who's embarking on a journey, a mission, traveling. Where is this Page of Wands headed? It can represent children. It can represent communication. But for me specifically, I get a journey with this. Okay. Oop. It landed in my lap in reverse. I feel like there's a desire to achieve happiness. If there is a lack of, let's say, self-awareness with this Hermit reverse energy, it could be that there is a family situation or a partnership, it could involve a spouse, kids, that brings with it a huge decision. And And, you know, maybe that decision, Nine of Cups in reverse, is I have to stay where I am even though I'm not happy here. In certain contexts, I see the Nine of Cups in reverse as a you know, sort of an indulgent energy at the cost of other people. In this particular case, it could be a family. Why the King of Cups? The Four of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. If there has been no acknowledgement or no forward movement or expression of emotion or feelings between you and your person, they're felt, they're there. The Four of Cups upright shows an individual who just doesn't want to deal. There's apathy, disregard, you know, maybe even like ghosting or an inability to engage emotionally. I feel with the Four of Cups in reverse, that might be a turning point. For some of you, there's a threat of you moving on, and your partner doesn't want you to do that. Your twin. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Oh no, Spirit said nope, one more on the King of Cups. Got it. One more on the King of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wow. There's a setback. There could be financial issues. There could be loss. It could be that acknowledging emotions and acting on them or doing something to move your connection forward, or to at least, you know, solve karma, resolve karma, shake hands, give a hug, and say thanks for the lesson. It's almost like, you know, whatever your desire, whatever your purpose with one another, it's like, you know, fate does step in, but it's almost like we have to allow ourselves to change. And it could be that, you know, one of you is refusing to change or refusing to move forward in some way. Emperor at the bottom of the deck, King of Swords, King of Wands, Strength, High Priestess. Again, there could be some threat of, you know, someone stepping in, someone moving on from this connection. And Spirit is wanting me to repeat, remember your divine purpose in this connection, remember your light. If you have one takeaway from this connection with your twin, let it be that you've evolved into the best version of yourself, and that they have too. Let that be the takeaway. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Six of Swords. Let's keep going. I feel like there's going to be a few. Okay, this way. Nine of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords energy, a lot of mental energy. Conflict, fighting, discord at home, discord with another partner, family. Let's get one more. For some of you, there could be a concern of, and it landed over here near the sun, something coming to light that has someone, you know, upset, angry, nervous. World reverse. There's a need to close something out. Let something end naturally. Accept that, you know, some things do sort of come to their natural end, whatever that is. It can be a mindset, a relationship, or something else. Why the World reverse? King of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Stubbornly holding back, withholding emotion, not wanting to express or convey what's on someone's mind, holding on to pentacles. There could be a need to have financial, restoration or something like that. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Let's look at the Six of Wands. Doing the right thing for everyone involved. Six of Wands. Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands. Defending one's position. Wow, these three. Ace of Cups reverse, Queen of Swords reverse, Devil reverse. Whew, there could be a breakup happening. Someone may anticipate someone's anger. Queen of Swords reverse is a very cruel energy. Devil reverse, though, is a good thing, right? Letting go of toxic energies, toxic behaviors. I'm going to put those three back, and we're just going to shuffle one more time. I want to ask the question, what will the new tarot deck, what will the conversation look like between you and your twin? The Star, healing, the Chariot reverse, the Queen of Swords upright, Three of Pentacles, oh my gosh, really? Okay, that like that, these like this. Okay, wow, guys. Bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords. It feels to me like you're going to talk about the void, that something has kind of stalled out. I mean, when we think about the Chariot, we think about progress, we think about determination and moving forward and making the right choices in order to be able to do that. The Star, healing, a wish fulfillment, right? Self-love. I think there's going to be some deep conversations about why things haven't moved forward, what has happened in the life of your person in, the quiet. Maybe they will talk about, what they've been doing to build upon something. The King of Wands in reverse is a difficult energy because it's a controlling energy. It's perhaps, kind of intolerant. Now it came out with the Three of Swords in reverse. I think that if your person has been dealing with someone in their energy like this, they've been trying to deal with how to manage that relationship. If they have had to take a certain stand in a relationship, that may not be ending well. They may realize that they've put you in a really tough position and they want to restore either your faith in them or the belief that, this could move forward. What's difficult about this is that the healing, while has probably been done individually, I feel can go that next step or the progress one more level in this connection through some honest dialogue. And I feel like there's been a resistance, perhaps, to confronting something or doing the right thing. What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? I feel like there's knowledge that they need to be clear. They need to be clear. Whatever that means, however difficult the message. And the Queen of Swords is not afraid to deliver it or hear it. Okay, is that it? Yep, Spirit said that's it. Okay. You compliment me so well. Okay, what do we have here? Your choices concern me. Please don't overthink it. I feel like there's some explanations that are going to surface. These are some difficult energies. Now, whatever they've been, maybe stubbornly holding on to or haven't been able to make happen in their life, if it affected your connection in some way or created upheaval for you in some way, I think that they might have been dealing with something that kind of pulled them back, and it could have been a pretty hostile situation. They might feel as though when they talk to you, whatever I explain, can we please get past this? Can we please move forward? I don't want to go here again. This tells me very specifically, I want to let go of hurt. It's penetrated me at a really deep level and emotionally has affected me. I don't want to stay there. This can also mean the end of a third party if there was a long-term partner. Okay, let's keep going. My past haunts me. I've been running from my problems. I'm about to leave. Oh, wow. I'm determined to make this work. Whew. Well, let's see what you need to know from this deck. More messages. So it feels to me like there's been somewhat of a dilemma that has kept this relationship or their life just purely on hold. Now, for some of you, it's distance. Could be. For some of you, it has something to do with jobs, money, relationships, healing addiction. It can be a lot of things, but I do feel that this is a bit of a turning point. Now, what does it mean for your connection? I don't know. Let's take a look at this deck. What else needs to be spoken? What do they need to say? I'm afraid of losing you. I will wait for you as long as I have to. Let's get away together and disconnect from the world. Bottom of the deck, let's talk and clear the air. So this is about an honest discussion, not holding back, but an honest discussion. And I have a feeling that this I'm afraid of losing you is because perhaps some of you, maybe you have found new supportive connections. Maybe you've been dating. Maybe they've been, kind of covertly checking up on you. Like, where are you? Is your heart still with me? Did I ruin it? Can we figure this out? I mean, that epiphany, that realization is, wow, I don't want to end up missing an opportunity to at least talk. Okay, what does the divine want you to know about what comes next? Boundaries. They love that you set strong boundaries for yourself and walk away from those who don't respect them, including them. Wow. That's a strong message. So whoever's listening, if you're still here, you've developed self-love, self-respect, strengthen that for yourself. Look at that. Their toxic friendships are creating distance between you two and preventing them from seeing the purity of their soul. Bottom of the deck, healing. They're at the end of a big healing cycle, coming to peace with their past and bringing back balance into the connection. Well, they have a lot to unravel, whether, this King of Wands is your person's energy or someone they're dealing with. I feel like that's being rectified. Okay, so let's take a look at what they're going to do next. Gesture. What overture in this connection will they make toward the twin? What does the collective need to hear? What will they do next? Okay, we have the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious. Look over your shoulder. The other woman. They may have to deal with somebody in their environment. They're having to navigate that. If this is their energy, they need to do some healing. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation or meeting. Hesitation. Bottom of the deck. Hand of cards. Take a chance. Hammer. Rebuilding. Okay, I'm going to take this to the extended, and we're going to look at, for those of you who are reconnecting, what that's going to look like. We will take a look at what's going to unfold over the next several months. Okay, the link is below if you want to join me there. Thanks for being here, twins. Take care.